Good morning, traders. Let everybody get in here before we start doing some talking. Why aren't you clicking? Work in there. Come on. There we go. TRCH. AVXL. Do you have anything cheap on here? Let me change this criteria. Good morning, guys and girls, whoever is joining. Great. Oh, yeah, I see. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, save that screen there. All right. Here we go. See what we got on this daily high count. We got some SWBI action. Yeah, nice little pop there going straight up. The market rebounded like crazy this morning. Crypto market took a big dip. I think a lot of people were expecting the stock market to continue to drop, and it still could. Just because it's up now early doesn't mean that it can't drop. Just because it rebounded, it still very easily could sell off at any point. So we got to be aware of that. Let's see, SBI, Smith & Wesson. Yeah, this was going up Friday. Them guns. See, how's Vino doing today? Ooh, Vino. It's my #1 watch. I'm putting it on the watch list, and it looks really good right now. I may actually go on Vino. It's a beautiful little build-up. Nice little trend line growing. And just a little bit above that 20. See, how are we looking on the 1 minute? I want to buy it up here at the top, but I do like where it's at. Or I do like this pattern anyway. This is a very nice looking pattern. Here's a way. Let's see. Let me see if it's... Okay, there we go. Now I can switch it. Let's see, 1 minute. On the 1 minute. It's the same as the 5 minute. How does my 1 minute look the same as the 5 minute? What's going on there? Let's see. So I'm still trying to figure out Charles Schwab a little bit, but that's all right. I don't need the 1 minute anyway right now. I'm going to start building a position on this. I'm going to go ahead and grab 20 on Vino for now. And I have 40, and actually I need to open up Thinkorswim because I do have 40 shares of Vino on Thinkorswim that I'm actually up on right now. From where I was swinging it. So hold on, I'm going to turn the screen off just for a second while I open Thinkorswim as well. So give me just a second. We'll get this back up here. But yeah, I was a little late to the trading today. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I've had a splitting headache for 3 days. And it hurts to look at anything like phone screens, computer screens, anything, which is really unfortunate considering that's how I make all my money. But you know, it is what it is. So I'm trying to power through it for this stream. Doctor told me to take it easy, but I don't do that. There's no taking it easy. There's no rest for the wicked. It's a good song if you ever heard it. Let's see. Oh, we're starting to pop up a little bit. Already up to 680 here. I think I may grab some more. Let's see. We got a minute for this candle to close. Actually, I'm gonna wait. Oh, oh, maybe not gonna wait. Let's see. I need to add my positions on here. Oh, so this was paused, it looks like, a little while ago. Or halted, not paused. That's not the way to say it. Halted. Don't look at my number. Don't look at my number. Stay away. Don't look away. Look away. Positions. The hell, that doesn't work. Hold on a second. What is going on here? But VINO, if you've been following the last rip, I've been talking about this one. My #1 watch. Just because it has a lot of stuff going on with it that's pretty good. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so I got 20 at 667. So I'm up about 30 cents right now. Actually, I don't need that. Okay, there we go. All the rest of this shit I do not need at all. Let's see. Need to go watch Al's setup video. But yeah. So there, I don't know. Let's see if my account number is visible or not. It looks like it may be visible. So I'm going to keep my position over here. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Don't look at my account number. See, how's TRC doing? Okay, that's selling off. Let's see. I'm going to let Vino do its thing for a minute. Got a bit of a downtrend started, but it is above at 20 quite a ways. Let's look at what else we got here. I'm going to let that take its time. Guys, it's still going straight up. Is that over there? Let's add it over here. Smith & Wesson is not playing. Like, C just had a crossover. No news on MOXC. Yeah, I think I'm I'm just gonna stay focused on Vino for now. It's coming really close to that $7 area. If it breaks 7, which it did earlier, it ran all the way up to 750. Top 10 volume. So we got Wish. Got a couple there that I don't have on my list. AEI, let's throw that on there. We could throw Wish on there too. I probably won't trade Wish, but a lot of higher prices on here. I'm actually gonna change my criteria and make it less than. I'm gonna make it $20. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's throw Alf on here as well. U1E. GEOD. So if Vino starts pushing up here, I'm gonna add. Yeah, I'm gonna add. Got 20 more there, so now I'm at 40 on Vino, and Vino's starting to pop over 7 here. To 710. See, we're gonna have some really strong resistance at 8. Looks like some strong resistance around 725, 730. Let's see, what is my cost average? Is 682 now. Still getting rejected at 7. Yeah, so you can see that candle got held up at 725, and this one got held up at 750. So there's a lot of resistance in there. But this has been a nice slow build up so far. And if we start getting some heavy buying volume, we can see it pop up again and get halted. It's very low float. It's got to break this 7. What's up, Elvis? Good morning, buddy. You can see we got a little bit of selling in this area. AG, I'll throw it over here on my watch list. To pop over to Thinkorswim real quick. Alpha's looking interesting. How's ORPH? So yeah, I'm up $34 right now on Thinkorswim on my position of Vino. I did not know it ran to 767 earlier, or I would have locked that out. I was at the doctor during that time, but I would have definitely locked that out. But I'm fine still holding it for now. If it comes back down here. Yeah, so getting a little rejected there. So we got a little bit of a downtrend starting. Just right across there. See how far it drops, because I'm going to probably add to this position. Again. We'll give it a few minutes. Let's go take a look at AG real quick. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'd be careful with it because it is cracked below the 100-day. Silver and gold's had a pullback. Because the U.S. dollar index did see some nice pops. The dollar strengthened some, but not really. I think that it was fear of the crypto market crashing, and a bunch of people just went to cash, and fear of the stock market crashing after the way it closed Friday. I don't think there's not really any reason why the dollar would be strengthening other than everybody just got out of a bunch of positions and went to dollars. So, this could be potentially a good swing trade if I am correct on that. Then we should see the dollar come right back down, especially if the market's going up, and then we could see silver rise again. So AG may be a decent swing. But it's going to depend on that, what the dollar does. Whether silver goes up or not. I think I'm going to add 10 here at 668. So now I'm at 680 cost. It drops a little bit more. I'll probably add some more. Yeah, come on down a little bit. Held up its 20-day. It did drop down to the 50 there. I'll add 10 more. There we go. Now my cost is 675. I like that better. That's that support line right across there. It's going to act as resistance for now, but it looks like we're going to get a bounce probably off of the 20-day here. You see, because on every one of these candles, they've pushed down, but buyers have been pushing back against it, and we're bullish above all EMAs at the moment. And then on the daily chart, we've crossed over the 50, and the 20 is working its way to crossing up over the 100. Looks pretty good. So we'll give it a little bit of time here to do its thing. Let's see what else we got. AMC just dying off. Straight down. Clove, same thing. So the meme stocks and the cryptos all having a drop. ALF may bounce off this 200. This may be a possible play. I'm going to go ahead and take AMC and Clove off. I don't want to look at those right now. Okay, there we go. Because they're just dying. Okay. ALF, not too bad. NOVN looks like trash. U1. Yeah, see, this one I was talking about last week quite a bit, and I was saying there wasn't any value behind this play. It's just they're celebrating Juneteenth or whatever it is. So it just sold off pretty big here after that. I'm not surprised. It is in a little bit of a triangle pattern. Possibly could get a move in a little bit. Let's see. Wish, what are you looking like? Wish actually looking pretty decent here. Wish above that 50-day at the moment. That guy's still running. GOED with a bit of a flag. That could be a possible play. Need to add shares to this. What is that? Where's my shares outstanding at? Oh, the dogs. The dogs are starting to go crazy. Can I not put it on here? Oh, I can put cost per share though. Yeah, add that. Yeah, there we go. Let's put that up there so I can see. Yeah, there we go. Now I don't have to have my position thing up. I can actually see here. Do you want to shrink? Well, I don't need those. Right? No, I just need the P&L quantity. There we go. Well, we're getting there. We'll get there on Charles Schwab. Let's check back on Vino. Looks like it's dropping again. Interesting. So 659. Oh yeah, I've got my SPY right here. Let's take a look at the SPY real quick. Why is there a 6-minute chart? Well, whatever. Yeah, see the SPY getting held up at the 20-day right now, so we could easily still see a sell-off. Oh yeah, just bounced off of that 50-day really quickly there. I'm gonna add 10 more. I'm down to 673. So make sure I'm not missing anything. I'll pop over to Thinkorswim real quick. Ears. Well, I'm still trying to work my scanners out for Street Smart Edge. Yeah, okay, so on the 1 minute we've dropped down to the 200. That's where we're bouncing off of currently. Oh yeah, we look really good on the 15 minute. If it can hold up here. Yeah, we got some buying coming in at 653. Very nice. AYTU popping up. Interesting. Very interesting. GOED still making that flag. A little bit higher float. $12 price target. Not a lot, really. ENG, I just hit that 50-day. Getting held up there. AEI. AEI has a strategic agreement with Tesla. That's interesting. Yeah, that's big PR for this. Oh, am I still holding SPCB? I thought I got out of this. Where's it at? Oh, no, let's get that loss. That swing trade did not work out very well. Go ahead and sell that. There we go. Let's get out of that. I still have the ENSV? No, I don't have the ENSV. Okay. What was that? AEI. That's the one I want to add up here. Very good PR on AEI. Just needs to break 750. Yeah, we're still holding a 20-day here on Vino. I'm going on AEI here, going 40 shares in at 665. Starting to pop back up a little bit. Let's see if we can break 7. Downtrend's right there at the tops of these candles. Yeah, it just needs to break 7. Getting some resistance at 670. There it goes. Now it's getting through 670. Oh shit, I'm looking at the 1 minute. Let me go to the 5 minute. I was wondering, or I was looking at the 15 minute. No, no wonder it wasn't barely moving. I was like, why is this thing not moving that much? It looks like it's moving. See, 675 holding up as some resistance. We may be about to cross back over these EMAs here if it starts pushing up. This is really good PR though. Anytime a penny stock like this has an agreement or anything with a bigger company like Tesla, you're usually going to see some hype. And it has had some hype this morning already. Pre-market, it was all the way up to 827. Now the biggest problem is though we're right here. This area here at the 200 and the 100 together is going to be really strong resistance at that 750. So that is my profit target if we can get up there. Yeah, that's where it got held up at market open too, was at 750. See, at 50 days at 644, so we got a little support under us. Well, so far the 50-day has held up. As long as that continues, and it should. Oh yeah, a lot of buying volume coming in at 665. So I like my entry. My entry is right on support. We want to see that support hold. Vino's just at 660 at the moment. Just testing, bounced off that 50-day. Maybe getting ready to move again here soon. I'm just down $10 on it right now. I'm not too concerned about that. Yeah, my price is 673, so I'm only 4 cents away there. All right, AEI, what you got? It seems like volume in the market is see this thing's starting to go crazy. Just caught this out the corner of my eye. The volume really coming in here. But it's already ran. Yeah, I can't get it up the top here. It could keep running, but I ain't gonna even try. GOED getting another pop. Yeah, there you go. Come on back down. Have a little pullback. Is there any news on this? Nope, no news on it. I just got a quick pop up. Just getting some slow buying there, but guy gonna try to run again? I'm going to grab some here of this at 7. There was a big buyer came in holding up 7. I'm only grabbing 30 shares because I don't, like I said, I don't like buying this way up, but the fact it held that $7, it's pushing up a little bit. This is a pure momentum play. There's no news or anything. I just saw the volume coming in on the scanner over here. So this could easily be a pump and dump. And it already has ran from 579 up to 747. So yeah, big buyers again there at 7. Got a 10-cent spread. Trying to hold this 7. AEI is around at 675. Vino's still at 660, so they're both good. Yeah, see, it's starting to come back down a little bit now. Starting to sell off. Buyers tried to hold it up, but let's see. No, getting back over 7 again. Buyers still pushing it up. AEI is starting to push up again. It's up to 687. Looks like we may crack here on this. Getting very close to cracking. Unless it gets pushed back over 7 again. I'm just going to put a stop loss under the bottoms of these candles. Yes, he's starting to push back over 7 again. Check AEI. So AEI got a little push up, that 686 coming back a little bit. That's fine. You can do all that. What is that I just got in? VRI, right? Yeah, VRI. So let's let AEI fumble around for a minute. I'm going to watch this close. Volume is getting real light on this. So if buying volume doesn't start to come in, this is probably going to crack and drop pretty hard after this rip. 7 acting as a little resistance still. What's Alf doing? Alf is going down, down, down. Yeah, look here. On the 1 minute, AEI just crossed over all the EMAs. Let's look at the 5 minute real quick. Yeah. We're looking real good there on AEI still. Just needs to break over 7 here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Oh yeah, on the 5 minute, this does not look good. Well, unless it pops back. So we got a minute left on this candle, actually 20 seconds. Depending on how this candle closes, like with this nasty big cross here, usually that leads to a sell-off. But I think if this closes over 7, and buyers keep coming in, we could see it still move. Yeah, we're building some, starting to build support again at 7. Oh, hold on just a second, guys. Take a Alright, so I got stopped out there on VRI. That's what I was concerned about. So saying this big cross. It couldn't hold above 7, so I took a little $8 loss there. Nothing to be concerned about. AEI is coming up now to the 690. And you, Elvis, you said silver's coming up. Let me pop on a trading view over here. I know Vino's down to 655, but that's fine. Oops, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, silver's a little oversold. Let me look at the dollar index real quick and see what it's looking like. Well, let's see. Hold on. Well, I'll look at that in a second. Let me focus on this for a minute because we're getting close to a breakout possibly here. Coming back up to that 7. What you gonna do here? I'm gonna add 10 here just so I got a nice round 50. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have added 10 there. That brought my average up to 670, but that's fine. Could have got a little cheaper, but it looked like that 695 was about to break. Yeah, a lot of selling pressure in this area. 690. Actually, yeah, all the selling pressure isn't till, yeah, $7 shouldn't be that tough. The 750, that should be the tough area, but it is slowly just starting to come back down a little bit. Yeah, there is a little resistance at 7. It's gotten held up there a couple times. It got held up on that candle. It kind of acted as support there. Got held up there. Got held up there. But we've built higher lows. Higher low there. Higher low here. I think we're going to test it. SPY doing SPY's down a little bit. Yeah, we're still above all EMAs on the 1 minute. See if we can get through this 685. It's holding up as a little resistance there. There we go. Okay. I won't be getting held up there. Looks like we're gonna slow creep to the $7 area. Just a nice little slow creepy creep. We need to see big buying volume start to come in though for this to explode. $685 holding up as a little bit of support now. It was resistance. Now turning into some support. You can see those buyers right there on the bid. Yeah, and then now new buyers coming in above $685. And looks like we may get this test here. So let's see if we get this break. Let's see. Oh, 695. No, 695 still holding as resistance. There it goes. It went through it now. Let's see if we get through 698. 698's acting as a little resistance. Yeah. Still a little rejection. We need to see more buy-in. Oof. It looks like it's going to break. But it is a lot of resistance. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, yep. Here we go. Starting to break 7. Oh no. Buyer's starting to stack the bid at 7. I was going to say we might fumble with 7 for a minute, but we might actually. Let's see. Where's the top of this candle at? This candle's at 710. So, yeah, break at 710. We could see us back up to that 750. No, we are fumbling around $7. Okay, that's what I thought. We're still trying to break. There are a lot of buyers trying to stack this bid at 7. Look at that. Oh, but they're getting. It's a fight right now. It's a tug of war. Sellers and shorters do not want this over 7. And here's why. We're starting to push. What are we going to do here? Oh. Buying is increasing. And there's the 710. And we're through 710. It should start moving. We got a little resistance at 715. And there they are. They're taken out. Oh no, we got most of them out. A little bit more. Can you get up to that 750? That's all I want you to do. Is just get up to 750. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Up to 725. A bit more. Come on. Right there at 725. Can we get that break? Ooh, there's a lot of sellers at 725. We need to see bigger buying volume. Let's see right here. Yeah, I think we're going to break it. Yep, here we go. Up to 730. Let's see, where's that big push at? Come on, let's get frisky here. And in just a second, I'm going to have to run for about 10 minutes and then I'll be back. But I want to get out of this position before that. I'm gonna leave the stream going, but I'll be back in a few minutes. Come on. Yeah, I think this is probably going to try to push up to that 750. But yeah, I'll be back in just a few minutes, probably 10 minutes, guys. And I've got my phone on me, so I'll keep an eye on this. If it starts to turn around, I'm going to get out. But I think it's going to try to test 750. It's looking pretty good. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, so we got rejected at 725. Let's see if this 20-day can hold up here. So we're testing that 20 on the 5-minute. We got 40 seconds left for it to hold up. And on 1 minute we're testing the 100. So we don't want to see it drop below that 100 day at all. What did we get up to? We got up to 730. That was the high. Damn. Did not quite get to that 750. Ooh, starting to pull back under that 100 day. Let's see how this 5-minute closes. I don't like this though. This type of candle, it's almost a doji star. So that candle did close above the 20. We need to see this one push back over 7. If it starts pushing down, then that is probably going to be it for a while. To have to consolidate again for another breakout, because we wanted to keep this momentum, this upward momentum here. A little pullback is fine, but we don't want a big pullback. That's 685. It's holding pretty strong. What's up, Sicilian FN? How's it going, buddy? I'm getting close to locking this out. If it drops below 680, I am getting out. Let's see, where did it drop there? Drop right down to 675. Look here on the 1 minute. Yeah, buyers are trying to hold it above that 100. 50 days holding it up right now. 50 holding as resistance, needs to break above that 50 day. Yeah, don't like that. Stay above 680. $680 starting to act as resistance. That needs to break down very quickly. We do not want to get held up at 680. Kind of getting a doji on this side now. Doji on the downside. Vino's back up to 680. Atta girl, Vino. AEI is trying to hold here. This is what we need to see. See, this 5-minute candle's fixing to close. There we go. I was going to say it needs to close over 680. Looks like it's going to. Got 6 seconds. Okay. Now we need to see it start pushing up. If it starts pushing up, this would be a nice little curl. If it starts pushing down, I am getting out. There's a lot of indecision going on. What's up, One Life? You threw your computer out the second story window. You only lost $200, man. You're like a millionaire now. You're a millionaire trader. $200 ain't nothing to you. I'm struggling here trying to get, 30, $40, $50 on this damn AEI here. That's why you don't play those damn meme stocks. Meme stocks are unpredictable. Technicals go out the window. You got a bunch of emotional Wall Street bets and Reddit traders on those meme stocks. Although I don't think TRCH is supposed to be a meme stock. It actually had some good PR last week. But I saw all over social media this morning, TRCH, TRCH. And then I had people hit me up. What do you think of TRCH in pre-market? It exploded up. When it gets to that level, I mean, TRCH ran all last week. So when it gets to that level of social media hype and it's been running already, that's usually too late. I might have to hop out here. Okay. Boy, this is a lot of indecision. Let's see, how do we look on the 15? 15, we're still above all EMAs. We're still bullish. But I can't hold this position down to 650. I'd be risking too much. I'm gonna stick with my plan. If it cracks 675 or starts cracking that 20-day, I'm going to get out. We need to get back above 680 here. Oh. See, can we get a quick pull back up real quick? Just want to make sure this isn't a quick little shakeout. This is getting real close to being a sell-off. If it does not get back over 675 in the next couple of minutes. See, this 5-minute candle's fixing to close. We'll see how it closes. And then see how this next one opens. If the next one starts going red, then that's it. Yeah, this one here. This one needs to start pushing back up. Like immediately. What kind of order did you use, Sicilian FN? We're building decent support at 675 here, if that can stay. Did you use a limit order on ALF to try to get out? That's why I rarely use limit orders. Is that right there, what you're just talking about? Yeah, so if you're trying to get out of a stock, don't use a limit order. Just mark it out. You might not get filled quite at the price you want on the market order, but it'll at least get you out of it. That's why I sit here with my finger on the trigger on the market. See, I could have like sometimes I'll use stop loss orders like I did on VRI earlier, because that was a very, very sketchy play that I took looking for a continuation of momentum, and it didn't. But like on this one right here, it's being shaky and indecision-y, so I don't want to put a stop loss in. As I'm saying that, it's starting to crack. Let's see. Because see, I would have got stopped out here if I'd have put the stop loss where I wanted it at. So I'm trying. Sometimes it hurts me to do this. Sometimes it doesn't. But this thing is. It's still got. It built a low here, a higher low here, and then this would be another higher low, and then we've got a higher high and another higher high here. So as long as it can hold in the 675 area, then I think it will come back up and try to test that 750. I don't know if it'll break that 750, but that is my price target, is at 750. That's why I didn't lock it out at 730, because I didn't think 730 was going to be a big deal. But this is very sketchy at the moment, because it could very easily continue to sell off. That could have been the end of it. We've had 5 red candles in a row on the 5-minute. See, that 50-day there is 643. VINO back down to 656. Yeah, that's for selling. I would use market orders. I mean, especially if you're trying to do quick scalps and stuff. I don't know how H&H Trader will argue against me on that. He uses limit orders, but to me, when you're doing quick in and outs, market order is the best way to go, because you can just hit that buy or sell button real quick and be in or out. You're guaranteed the fill, you're just not guaranteed the price. Yeah, that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Like once your stop loss or once your limit order is not hit and the price just keeps dropping, your limit order is not going to get filled. Limit orders are not guaranteed to fill. Limit orders only guarantee the price. So that's the opposite of market order. Market order, you're getting in the stock, you don't know what price you're getting in at. Limit order, you might not get in the stock, but you know if you do get in the stock what price you're getting at. So they have both have their purposes and both have good arguments, but just me personally, more often than not, anytime I use a stop loss, I usually get stopped out, and then the stock rip. Like I think that happened twice, maybe 3 times last week. I was using a stop loss to keep my stops real tight, and I got stopped out. I know for sure on 2 plays, and then right after I got stopped out, they ripped. But the main basis principle is protecting your capital. And if you got a market order to get out to protect your capital instead of limit order, then you need to market out. Lunchtime pullback, Josie. What are you referring to? Just the whole market pulling back at lunchtime? Mm, 670 needs to hold here. See, we want this pattern to start curling back up. And if this candle here doesn't push up any at all and starts doing that, then this could be a sell-off right here. Let's see the 15-minute. Is that how the rest of the EMAs are starting to catch up? Oop. Oop. Let me look on the 1 minute and see what we're looking like. Oh, yeah, on the 1 minute, we're all the way down testing this 200. 20 just crossed back over the EMAs, so yeah, this is getting very close to a sell-off. If it does not pop back up here very quickly in the next, let's see, next couple of minutes, if it doesn't get back over 675, it's going to sell off right here. Buyers are trying. They've got up to 670, but yeah. Let's see if buyers start stacking at 675. Yeah, there they go. There they go. That's what we want to see. Now we need to push back over 680. So going back to the 5 minute now, we should be curling up. Yeah, right here on the 5 minute. That's what we want to see. We want to see a curl up. but it does need to get back above that 680 to continue this curl. And that'll put it back above the 20-day moving average there. So if you're a beginner trader, I would probably not be trading with real money right away, because you're more likely going to lose it. Just to be honest. I would continue practicing paper trading for a little bit, or, well, I don't know. How long have you been learning for? Let me ask you that question, because I don't know what stage you're at. If I know what stage you're at, I can give you better advice instead of generic. Well, not advice. First, let me clarify. Nothing on this channel is advice. You got to do your own due diligence. We are not licensed advisors. But I can tell you what I would do. So just tell me what stage you're in and I'll tell you what I would do, or what I did. Like when did you start? Like, how long have you been learning? Oh yeah, for a month? Yeah, you're super new. You're super new. So for now, I wouldn't risk much money at all. If I was you, I mean, you already have dived in, so I would probably only trade like $50 a day. And I don't know why you're using your phone and your computer. That's too much. Seems like that's overthinking it. Why are you using your phone and your computer? Let me ask you that. And what app are you using? Yeah, there's plenty of content on the channel, for sure. You definitely want to subscribe and check out the day trading playlist lesson. Start with the day trading starter guide. I have a part 1 and part 2 that has a ton of information in it, and then I have a bunch of separate videos that break everything I talk about down in that that 2-part guide to a little bit more detail. Okay, so if you're not comfortable with the functions of Thinkorswim, then trade on a paper account until you are comfortable with the functions. Like, you want to be comfortable with your platform. Like, I'm still bouncing back and forth. Like, I'm switching over to Charles Schwab because Thinkorswim's been a little glitchy the past year. And Charles Schwab bought Thinkorswim anyway, and they're going to keep them 2 separate platforms. So I'm not going to close this Thinkorswim account. I'm still going to keep it. Probably, I'm going to move the money out of here and add it to my Schwab account, but I'll probably keep a little bit in here, just maybe for some little swings or something here and there. But I've tried a lot of different brokers. So my experience of switching to a new broker is kind of what I'm doing. Like, I didn't paper trade on Street Smart Edge because every platform to me is about the same at this point. I mean, all of the only differences are like small little nuances with the level 2, where Thinkorswim has this level 2, Street Smart Edge has this level 2. You know, there's just little small details that are different, but for the most part, the main thing of buying and selling stocks is going to be the same across all apps. What the hell? What's going on today, man? Hold on, guys. Let me answer this call. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, can't get a second. But yeah, till you get comfortable with Thinkorswim, like you don't need to switch to Street Smart Edge or anything, because I am. Uh, just paper trade with Thinkorswim until you understand the platform a little bit better. So, because that's the thing, like right now, if you're not comfortable with the platform, then you're not comfortable trading, and you want to be comfortable in your trading. Like one of the worst things you can do is be uncomfortable, because trading is 90% mental. So anytime that you have any emotions involved that you can't control, like uncomfortableness, which is normal, it's a new platform. You're a month into stock market trading. It takes a while to get used to. It's not, it's not. It's yeah, you could consider it similar to a video game if you had a video game where you're putting your money on the line. But it's similar to like learning a new video game where you got to learn the controls and you got to learn how the functions work and your menu screens and your screens and your side quest screens and all of that. It's like it's like a survival game like Ark or 7 Days to Die, something like that, where it takes a little while to get used to trading on these platforms. Just like if you were, you don't start out in a video game at level 100 God mode, right? You got to build yourself up before you go fight the boss, because the stock market is the boss level. Every time you step in the stock market to trade, you're stepping up to the boss. You're stepping up to Bowser on Mario. You're stepping up to the guy who's going to knock you off the platform or whatever. It's the boss level. So it's not something you want to rush into. Most traders who rush into things fall flat on their face, and then they claim that the stock market is a scam, and they never do it again, which is like the biggest mistake you can make, because there's so much money to be made in the stock market so many different ways. Ooh, Vino's down to 625. Might add some Vino to my position over there on Street Smart Edge. But you don't have to paper trade for 6 months or anything. Just paper trade for a week or two till you get a little bit more comfortable trading on the platform. And then once you're comfortable, go to trading $50 a day. Just take like $50, trade small position sizes, and just try to grow that 50 into like 70. Because you're only going to be getting $1, $2 profits. Okay, so you're not that you're too eager in rushing trades or whatever. You're getting greedy. Well, you're getting greedy. The $5 wasn't good enough, but if you think of it this way, if you make $5 a week or $5 a day for, I think the stock market's open like 280 days a year or something like that. So that $5 times 280, how much money is that? 1,500. So that's $1,500 that you'd be making a year that you wasn't making beforehand, which doesn't sound like a lot. But here's the thing: as your account is growing with that $5, you can start to scale up your position sizes a little more, and then you can go up to, where you're making $10 a day, and then scale it up again where you're making $15 a day. And as your account grows, you're going to get more comfortable with the amounts of money that you're using, and it's not going to be as much of an emotional struggle and fight. So that's what part of the consistency is of being a trader, is controlling your emotions. And here's what emotions are. Fear, greed, all of that. A lot of it stems from the unknown. Fear especially extends from the unknown. And everything in the stock market is unknown. The only thing that you can control in the stock market is how much money you lose. You can't control how much money you make. Okay? So because you can't control how much money you make, then there's going to be fear, there's going to be greed, all of that. Like FOMO, fear of missing out, is people jumping in stocks that are ripping hard and they jump in at the top, and then it turns around on them and they lose a bunch of their account. So I haven't heard about the nano futures yet. I think I heard like one little thing about them, but like I've said before, I don't keep up with futures that much, other than just looking at like the stock market overall on Sunday night to see what the futures look like. Yeah, I try to live stream every day. Um, there's no telling how much I make a day. There's some days I lose money, some days I make money. But here's the thing about me. Well, first off, let me say this: knowing how much I make is not going to do anything for you. Like in the reality of things, um, my pockets have no effect whatsoever on your pockets. So, unless I'm doing a giveaway like we're doing currently. By the way, if you guys have not signed up for the giveaway, uh, go do that, because tonight is the last night you can sign up, and then tomorrow we'll be doing the drawing for $100 giveaway here on this channel for the 6,000K subscriber passing celebration. And then we also have the $50 Bitcoin giveaway on the Framework Fortune crypto channel. I've been trading 7 years. I've been trading since I was like 26 years old. But like I said, my pockets my situation is going to be different than your guys' situation. Like, for one, and I don't know what your guys' jobs are or any of that. So I'm just off of my individual situation. I can tell you what is going on with me, but like I said, it's not really going to affect your trading any at all. So it's just, your own curiosity is why you're asking me. But of course, you want to vet out anybody that you're watching on YouTube or anything. You don't want to just go to any YouTube channel and the guy's on there talking crazy or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I like this guy. He's got cool hair and he talks crazy. No, that's not. You want to vet him out. So I get why you guys are asking those questions. But yeah, I've been trading for 7 years, but day trading stocks is not my only stream of income. I have the YouTube channel. I get paid in ad revenue. I get paid in sponsorship videos. My whole thing is set up on a business. I have an LLC. I get tax write-offs that help with a lot of things. So I don't have to survive off of day trading only. And I don't think that's a good idea. Multiple streams of income is the key to being an entrepreneur, because what happens if the stock market goes away tomorrow? If it goes away, then there's no more day trading. So if that's your only stream of income, you're screwed. You're screwed. So I hear people all the time like, yeah, all I do is day trade and I have a good living. It's like, well, that's nice, but I like to prepare for worst case scenarios, especially right now with the U.S. dollar being very weak and all the other things. But anyway, I won't get into all that right now. Um, oh, if you're only 19, you've got plenty of time. You have plenty of time. There's no reason to rush in and throw a bunch of money at the stock market. Take your time. Watch videos on my channel. Like I said, I got the day trading lessons playlist. We also got John Zadar on the channel who does OTC analyzation. He trades a lot of sub penny stocks, really cheap stocks. We got H&H Trader. He's doing right now on the channel. He's doing a full series breaking down every part of the Street Smart Edge, the Charles Schwab platform. But H&H Trader also has his own YouTube channel, which he live day trades on. So, there's a lot of information. We're partnered with Liam and Confident in Crypto over in the UK. He's got a lot of good crypto content. And then I also have Framework Fortune Crypto, where I do a lot of crypto trading and stuff over there. I'll do live stream and I do daily updates. So there's a lot of information throughout the Framework Fortune network. This YouTube channel, since I got a lot of new people in here, the channel is not about me, and that's why I continue to say it's not about my pockets. The channel and everything that I'm doing for Framework Fortune is a movement. I want to build the biggest, most transparent info sharing hub for traders and investors in the world. Now, there's a lot of them out there, but they're not transparent or they cost a shit ton of money. It's all a bunch of there's a lot of nonsense. I don't want to be that. I'm just a guy. I'm not a guru. I'm not a master. I'm a student of the stock market and investing until the day I die. I'm just a guy who likes to trade stocks and cryptos. And I got tired of trading by myself, and I didn't want to be in one of these communities like I was talking about where, there's gurus and all of that. So I started my own channel and started this community, and we continue to build up. I listen to people in my live streams. If people are giving out good information, I want to hear it. There's a lot of stuff I've learned by having this channel and other people coming and sharing information with me. We got a H&H Trader, John, and me all have an episode coming out tonight where we were debating chart indicators and naked charts and strategies and all of that stuff. So that's coming out today. That's going to be that's the first episode of it. There's for sure going to be 2. There may be 3. I'm still editing it, but the information, it's not about me. It's about the community. It's about you guys, and that's why we're doing, the giveaways to give back to the community. And H&H Trader, he's been a part of the community for a while. He wasn't a part of Framework Fortune, but the opportunity came where I could let him come on the channel. I'm trying to get One Life, One Chance. He's been part of the channel for 2 years. I want this community to be where you guys have opportunities too. So if you get better at trading or whatnot, you can come on the channel and be an analyst. And, it's about growth and about people and numbers. For one, I am super anti-government. Everybody following me knows I go on anti-government rants all the time. But we are stronger in numbers, and that's what I want. I want like I said, the biggest transparent community, no spam, no bots, no nonsense, just everybody straight up debating, discussing, everybody growing together as traders. So that's what it's about. It's not about me. So Rick, same thing I was just telling Sicilian at FN. If you're losing more than winning right now, stop trading with a lot of money. Only use a little bit of money. Only use $50. I don't know. I don't know y'all's individual situations. So it's for one, like I said earlier, we're not licensed advisors here at Framework Fortune, so I can't give you specific advice as what to do in your specific situation. What I can tell you is what I've done and what is a good idea. So I don't know how much you're trading with, but if you're losing more than you're winning, probably don't trade with that much at the moment. Just trade with, a little bit of money, like $50 or $100, and try to just grow that 100 to that, that 100 to 150. Something small and easy. Get your confidence built up. Start learning more and more, because like I've been trading for 7 years and I'm still constantly learning. Like, I never stop learning. But like I was saying, we have this whole network here in the Framework Fortune community, and you can ask questions in the live stream. We got a lot of good traders in the live stream who'll answer questions too besides me. It's all about community here. That's what we want to do. I'm just a guy. I'm not anything special at all. I'm just a guy who likes to trade stocks and cryptos and gold and silver. Anything I can get my hands on. I just love it. I just enjoy it. So, but the channel, plenty of resources, plenty of videos. If you don't understand candles, if you don't understand how these candles open and close and the body versus the wick, and whether green candle's opening, where it's opening and closing, all that, day trading playlist lesson, got understanding candle video, very good. And this is not my opinion. This is a lot of comments that have said it's a very good explanation. We got support and resistance lessons in there. We got EMA lessons. I just did an EMA video on this EMA strategy I've been using here lately. So a lot of good stuff. And then if you just come join the live streams, besides just asking questions, like I'm in a trade right now. Actually I'm in 2 trades right now while we've been talking this whole time. So usually when I'm not getting questions, I'm going through my trade of what I'm looking at, what I'm waiting for, what I'm looking for, and all of that. So AEI, and just to kind of update everything, it did hold above the 675, did get all the way up to 695 again. 20 day is still holding. As long as this 20 day continues to hold and the price keeps slowly pushing up, we will be good to go. But like I was saying, we got the higher lows here. We just need another higher high, a break over 733 up to 750. But definitely, when that episode comes out about charts and indicators and all that with me, John, and Hal, there is a ton of information in that video. We talk about a lot of stuff, and the part 2 will have a ton of information. But we had an 1.5 hour long recording discussing and debating what EMAs we use, what indicators we use, what we don't use, what we like. Because we're all different traders. That's another thing too. Everybody's different traders. Nobody is really going to have the exact same strategy because everybody is individually different. Like I was saying earlier, your situation is going to be different than my situation. So, my risk tolerance may be a lot higher than yours because of my situation. Yeah, I'm in AEI right now. If you look right here on the screen, I'm in 50 shares at 670. I'm up 11 cents a share right now. I'm looking for it to break out over $7 and push up to the 750. That 750 is my price target. Earlier it got up to 730 and I was up like 25, almost $30, but it didn't get to 750. So my plan is to hold till 750 as long as it continues to hold these EMAs. And then I'm also in Vino. This is a swing trade that I was swinging from last week. I got an average price of 625 there. It's at 637. I missed this rip this morning because I was at the doctor, but And I did start building a position on it on my Street Smart Edge as well. So let's see, Vino's right here. And I've got that at 673. So I'm down about 26 on this one, but it's the same stock as on this account. So I'm probably about break even now. I plan on adding to this one here in a little bit probably, but we'll see. But for now, I'm just keeping an eye on AEI, looking for this breakout up to 750 because they have really good news. They're working with Tesla. So anytime small penny stock works with a large company like Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, that type of PR can get some big moves. I trade. I don't really day trade OTCs. I will swing them, and depending on the company, I will long term invest in it. Like I like Planet 13, which is a cannabis company. They have a huge dispensary in Las Vegas that I've personally been to. I've got videos on that too. I do a lot of stock reviews where I take stock and look at it. I look at the chart analysis, look at the fundamentals, all of that, and kind of give my opinions on it. But John does the OTCs. John is big into the OTC market. He's got a lot of content coming out pretty much every day on the OTC markets. So, and like I said, he's on the channel and he's got his own Facebook groups as well. But you can check out John's content for OTCs. He's got OTCs covered head to toe pretty much. You absolutely need to use support and resistance. Absolutely need to use support and resistance. Here, let me get you guys a link to the day trading playlist so you guys can start there, because if you're not using support and resistance, you're going to be running into some issues. You got to understand support and resistance. That's very big. Got to use volume, price action. And a lot of this sounds complicated, but it's really not. The basics of trading is you're trading people for the most part. Like when you buy a stock, like when I bought AEI, somebody had to sell it to me, right? So we're not trading a stock per se. We're trading people and how they react to stocks. So all of our indicators, like these EMAs and using support and resistance and the level 2 and time of sales, this is going to give you an idea of what people's sentiment is. That's what they're for. Like these you do need to learn all this stuff. But to keep it as simple as possible, it's just trading people. It's all supply and demand. Copy. Okay, there's the day trading playlist. That is going to have probably, I think there's 25 videos in there. There's at least, I would say there's at least 10 hours of videos in that playlist. So I don't use the MACD and the RSI. John does, but that video that's coming out today, we talk about the MACD and RSI in there as well. So I'm not going to get into that too much because we got into it in those videos. So you'll see my thoughts kind of on the RSI, MACD, and you'll see John's and H&H traders. It was a very interesting conversation to have 3 different traders sit down and talk to each other about everything we use. But I would say the RSI and the MACD are the least important of the tools that you need to be using. Like, you definitely need to know support and resistance. You definitely want to have an understanding of what these candles mean, because these candles tell you a lot of information. And I could go into all that, but like I said, I've got videos on all this stuff, so you know, if I need to do some lessons, we can do some lessons here after this trade. So we're starting to test $7 right now. Back up to 7. Let's see if it can break out here. And this is what I was saying. Remember earlier when you were asking me about the limit order and the stop loss? If I would have had a stop loss in here, I would have got stopped out. So that's why I use market orders most of the time and just keep my finger on the trigger. But let's see if we can break $7 here. Testing that 7, trying to look for a big breakout here. But yeah, just to show some of the diversity of traders in the community, Elvis mainly trades a lot of precious metals and oil stocks. That's all he pretty much trades, besides some cryptos, I think. And I think Elvis does just fine. So I mean, you don't even have to trade random stocks in the market, but the stocks that I'm trading, my watch list has specific reasons of why those stocks are on there. So there's a video in the playlist lesson, the lesson playlist, whatever the hell I'm trying to say, on the criteria. Actually, I think there's 2 on the criteria that I look for to make my watch list. Well, there's nothing wrong with limit orders. It's like I said, it's a personal preference thing. And I use them. Like, don't get me wrong, I do use them. I'm not 100% against them, but depending on, and this comes with my years of experience, depending on the play and some other factors will depend on what I use. But mainly I market in and out because most of the stocks I trade are low float. There's not a lot of supply. If you don't know what float is the amount of shares offered to the public, so all of us. And the lower the float, the lower the supply of shares. So the higher demand, more buying, low supply, high demand, big price jumps. So these stocks tend to move very fast. This one hasn't been moving very fast since I've been in it. But it did move very fast in pre-market. You see there, it went from 5 all the way up to 8.27 in like 30 minutes there. And if this does start to break over 750, we could see this thing start going crazy too, but I don't know yet. We got to see if it's going to get it. First, we got to see if it's going to get over 7 and start holding 7, because at this moment it's still getting rejected at $7 as resistance. That's why I have this line drawn across here. It's because $7 was resistance multiple times. It was resistance right here. It was support right through here. And then it cracked below it, so it became resistance again. Resistance there, was resistance here, and now holding up as resistance again. So we got to see it break out. It's got to break over that resistance, and that old resistance become new support. No, don't worry about trading pre-market. Pre-market is a lot crazier. I'm not a fan of pre-market or after-hours trading. I'll do it every once in a while, probably once a month or something. If I see a pattern in pre-market right there getting close to market open, then I'll might take a position on it. But the thing is, pre-market to market open. As soon as the market open, it's like well, I go back to the video game reference. It's like you go up a level. Like pre-market, there's not going to be as much volume because most people trade during market open hours. And trying to catch those rips in pre-market off of news and PR that's just coming out is really hard to do because you do have to use limit orders in pre-market. So if you're sitting there trying to get in and it keeps going up and your limit order's not getting filled, then you could chase it all the way up trying to get that limit order in, and then it could just turn around on you and you got to get a limit order to sell ready. And like I just don't. It's not worth it to me to trade pre-market very often. So we're starting to hold over 7 now a little bit. See, starting to push. We got nice consistent buying volume here so far. Let's see if we keep pushing. Up to 708 there on the ask. We're probably going to have resistance at 710 again because we had it back here, and 715. Unless we get some really big buying volume. But we do want to see this get over this candle here. If it does not get over 735 on this push up that it's having, then it's going to come back down. It needs to build that higher high. And we're still getting hung up at 7 though. But buyers do keep coming in above 7. They're trying to hold it up. And that's what new buyers are waiting on. Like usually when you're at a resistance level like this, the new buyers are going to wait to see this hold up, to see $7 hold up as support, not resistance. Because old support turns into new resistance, and old resistance can turn into new support. See, we're still getting hung up right here at 7. So the new buyers are a lot of the buying volume is still waiting on the sidelines. There's a good little streak of buying. But see, this time in sales is still pretty mixed. We're getting a lot of mixed red and green orders that are coming through. And we need to see this start lighting up green, like we need a green light. Like right now when you got all this green and red, it's a yellow light. It's a caution light at resistance. So we need to start seeing a bunch of green coming through here. Like very little red and a bunch of green. Like we're kind of starting to see a little bit. No, still more red. Yeah, look at all that red. Yeah, so we're just in this indecision tug of war right now, testing this $7 tug of war between the buyers and sellers, and probably shorters. Shorters could be sitting at this $7 area. No, so okay, I'll go over AEI. The reason why I got in AEI was first the PR. There's 4 criteria I look for when I make my watch list. And I find them by doing scans. So I've got scanners on Thinkorswim set up. And then I've got like the top NASDAQ gainer here, top NYSE gainer list here. So I can see what stocks have the most volume, because volume is the biggest thing, the most important thing out of anything when it comes to day trading. Volume is huge, and all volume means is the amount of shares being bought and sold within a time period. So I'm on a 5-minute chart. Each candle is 5 minutes. Each volume bar is 5 minutes. And you can look over here to the side on Thinkorswim to show you where that bar is at. So this green 5-minute bar here, this big one, was 5.8 million in volume. And it turned green, so that was more buying than selling. So that's a lot of buying volume. But in pre-market, it had ran up with this and got all this volume back here. So it had good volume in pre-market. And when I'm looking for those 4 criteria, number 1 is volume. So when I do my scan, I scan in pre-market about 15 minutes before open. I scan for 500,000 in volume at least. Nothing under that, because volume is liquidity. If you don't have any liquidity, if you don't have any money, nobody's trading the stock, well, then you're not going to get any rips. So you got to have volume, and that's why I said it's so important. Because if not, you're trading something that looks like, let's see if there's anything. Oh, yeah, right here. So like this has no volume whatsoever. It's had 134,000 in volume today. And it did have a little pop here, but other than that, it's not doing anything. And there wasn't even hardly any volume for it to have that pop. It's just like nonsense. Somebody just bought this randomly. That's all that really is. AEI, on the other hand, had all this volume. So then when I found it, I checked the PR. It had very good PR. And then it also is in my price range. I don't trade Apple or Microsoft or any of those. My price range is from 50 cents to $20. Sometimes I'll go over the $20 mark depending on the play and how much potential it has. So, but my price range is at 50 cents to $20. So with the 50 cents to $20, the PR, the volume, that's going to limit my amount of stocks I have to look at in the morning to make my watch list. I'm trading 5-minute now because it's later in the day. At market open, I would trade the 1 minute. And sometimes I still, even when it's later in the day, I'll go into the 1 minute just to see the price action a little bit better. Like, see right now, I can see it got rejected at 7, came down to the 20-day moving average, bounced off of that, and now it's pushing back up over 7 again. But, I mean, it wasn't really it's still pushing 7 on the 5 minutes, so it doesn't really matter which one I look at this point. That one just gives me a little bit more detail. So I can see where we did get over 7 there. We had some selling pressure, but now where it's trying to get over 7, these candles, these wicks, that's selling pressure pushing it down. So, which we may have got a lot of the sellers out here. Let's see how this candle closes. If this candle closes with this wick, see it's starting to push down again, so more selling pressure. So as we're running into that $7 resistance area, it's strong resistance because the sellers are trying to hold that price below $7. They're not doing a very good job of it, but they're trying. So what we want to see is the sellers get tired. But the fourth criteria, so we got 3 criteria when making my watch list: volume, PR, price range, and the 4th criteria would be chart pattern. So there's a lot of different chart patterns, but what I've been doing lately is I'm only looking for plays that are over the EMAs on the 5-minute at least. So these EMAs, these are all just data over time periods of the averaged out price. So this 20-day EMA is 20-day moving average. Blue one is the 50-day moving average. Yellow is the 100-day, and the red is the 200. And basically, to keep it simple as shit, when the price is above all these red or these colored lines here, then it's bullish. When the price is below these colored lines, it's bearish. So that's why I've been holding it, and that's why I got into it, because it had popped up and it started selling off. But then it started coming back up and was riding right along this 20-day. So I got in there where it bounced off the 50-day, because they act as support and resistance as well. They're not only act as price action, they act as support and resistance. And to keep it very simple, support is your floor, ceiling is your resistance. So this 50-day was holding up as a floor to the price. You see where it bounced down there, and when it did, and it held up back here. So when it held up here, I got in there, and it started pushing, and I was looking for it to break 7 here, which it did, and got up to 730. So I added 10 shares there above the 20-day, because it was back bullish again. And now it's still hanging around there at that 20-day, and we're trying to break this the $7 area of resistance that's ceiling at $7. I don't trade power hour very often. Power hour is a little tricky. There are some here lately. There's been some big rips in power hour, but a lot of times, think of it this way. If you're a swing trader, most swing traders are buying positions during the day. Well, no, let me start over. If you're a day trader, you're buying positions during the day. There's a lot of day traders who hold their positions all day long into power hour. And then right before market closes, they will sell out of their positions. And shorters who are shorting to the downside, they will start covering their positions because they're day traders. They're not going to stay in the stock more than a day. So you get a lot of selling in that area. And then you also got swing traders who might be selling, or swing traders who might be buying in that time frame. But generally, there's going to be a lot more selling pressure in power hour because the market is going to close. So there's nothing wrong with it. You can definitely make some money in power hour. It's just me specifically. Plus, I'm running 2 channels and all the other things. I got a wife and 2 dogs. I got a lot of stuff going on. So I try to only day trade stocks during the morning. I usually don't trade this late, but I was late to the live stream this morning because of my doctor's appointment. Normally I'm trading at market open. But, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, if you were looking at AEI, you were in the right direction. You just need to learn more. You've only been trading for a month, so in your 19, you got plenty of time, man. You got plenty of time. Oh, speaking of people in the community and opportunities, if anybody is a video editor, hit me up. I need another video editor. The one editor that I had, he's been having some issues with internet and all of that, and he's in the UK. But I do need another editor, and there is money involved. So if anybody does have any experience in that, I would much rather hire somebody from inside the community than outside the community. So see, we got rejected at that $7 ceiling. So our little 20-day floor right here is still trying to hold up. Let's see, Vino's down to 618. I'm gonna pop over to Charles Schwab here real quick. Because I'm down 38 bucks there on Vino. So I'm going to add... Let's see. We're kind of... It's below that 200. Has it been below the... Yeah, it's been below the 200 a couple of times. So what do I got? I got... I'm going to bring my average down on this. I got, what, 70 shares? So I'm going to add 30 to this position. Okay, now my cost basis is 650. I like that better. This is going kind of bearish today. But Vino, I've been talking about last week and this week, and I'm going to be doing a stock review on Vino because it has a lot of good stuff going on. It could easily sell off and drop off. So, you know, just because you see me building a position in it doesn't mean it's a good idea necessarily. But it started kind of going bullish. So if it starts dropping under 6, I'll probably have to get out. All right, AEI, what are you doing? So AEI did just crack the 20-day on the 5-minute. Let's see where the EMAs are at on the 15. How's the SPY doing as well? SPY selling off a little bit. Ooh. This... For everybody who's been following, I've been talking about the possible crash that's coming. If this candle here on the SPY does not get back above the 20-day today, this is a bull trap. If it closes anywhere under this 20, we will probably... Let's see, the Feds have said some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to have to read that stupidness. But this will probably... drop tomorrow. We'll see. The S&P is trying to hold between the 50 and 20 day for now, but it's still early. It's only 1 o'clock Eastern time. There's still 3 hours left in the market. Because my profit target on this is 750. See, that 100-day moving average is right there. This big yellow line is right here at 750. I was not in it back here when it ran over 750. So I'm looking for it to run back up to this 750 again. It got close. It came to 730. But I'm sticking to my trading plan. My trading plan was to get in near the 20-day, hold as long as the 20-day holds. And... of course, it did crack there, but the 50-day is still right below it, and the 50-day is held up. But I'm holding to try to see if it's going to get a pop up to that 750. Although I might have to hop out here. It's starting to crack a little bit again. Ooh. Starting to crack this 50 a little bit. We have not cracked below it once. So that's a bit of a bearish sign. We need to see that hold up. I'm going to get ready to jump out of this in case it turns around. Well, it's already turned around, but in case it doesn't hold up support here. Oh, and I've been talking and I see why. I see why it's pulling back. Yeah, very close. See, when I was saying when it came up here to 7, it needed to break 7 to make a new high. That would have kept the momentum. We may have a little... So, yeah, we didn't get as much buy-in through here, and we lost momentum. And it just came down to the 20 on the 15-day... Or not 15-day, but the 15-minute chart. And that's kind of the last. I mean, that is the last area I want to hold this. I'm not going to risk very much on it. Oh, there we go. There's the 4 hour. So, yeah. We could easily pull back to that $6 area if this doesn't hold up here. You can see right there, that candle is trying to hold. Buyers are trying to hold it above the 50. And they're coming in at 665 with big orders. But yeah, I'm just sticking to my trading plan. Like I said, my trading plan, the price target is 750. I probably should have locked it out at 730. It would have been decent. But the news on this is really good news too. So that's another reason why I'm giving it more of a chance. And I may end up holding it all day if it holds here, or at least for a little while. But I am getting hungry. It is almost lunchtime. Well, actually, it is. It's past lunchtime for me. I usually already eat. Because I don't eat breakfast, so my lunch and breakfast are kind of the same thing. So we'll give the stream about 15 more minutes here. If you guys have any more questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. And then I'm going to call it a day. And I got to get that video up for you guys too. Now, if H&H Trader was here, he'd be kicking me in the head right now for not locking in that profit at 730, because he does lock in profits very quick. When he gets up, he locks it out, and he has a very high win rate because of it. I tend to hold looking for bigger rips, but I'm close to stopping doing that because a lot of time. Yeah, see, look. Yeah. We're still at a higher low. Yeah, we're still at a higher low, but it's still shaky. I don't like that it didn't make a higher high, because we have a downtrend on this. Actually, I can connect that better. Come on. So there's the downtrend, and you see it got held up there, and then curled over under the downtrend there. So it needs to break over that downtrend very soon. Well, that's the thing. I'm not trading with a ton of money in this account. So because of on a cash account, you can trade what's in your account, but whatever money you trade is going to be not usable for a whole day after that. So like all the money that I've used to trade today, I won't be able to use tomorrow. I'll be able to use it again Wednesday, but I won't be able to use it tomorrow. So I kind of split my account up. Of course, right now, like I've been saying, I'm in a transition between accounts. So I'm still kind of using both of them and moving money over. And I'm waiting on some crypto movements to happen to move some money over. because I've got some crypto positions that I don't want to lock out yet if I don't have to, but they are starting to get sketchy with the crypto market. So I got a lot of money. Yeah, I don't like it either. I don't like the PDT rule. I don't like that it takes 24 to 48 hours for your money to settle in 2021. This is all just nonsense that the government has put in place that's supposed to help us smaller traders. But every time, well, I think it was Ronald Reagan who said, whenever the government, or the scariest thing you can hear is when you hear somebody say, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. And that is one of the truest statements. Because they do not help anything. All they do is screw shit up. All the time, over and over again, nonstop. And I could go on and on about that into detail. But I'm going to say that for another day. Because those rants get long. Yeah, I'm about to have to jump out of this here. This little pattern right here, where you got a dip below support and then you got a little green buy-in candle, but it didn't really get off of support, and now you're getting a red candle pushing down. That little pattern there usually leads to a sell-off. So I'm probably going to be getting out of this right here in a second, unless it holds up. I can go on lots of rants about the government, so that's why I'm a cryptotarian. That is my political stance. Is that cryptocurrencies should be the currency, not garbage US dollars that mean nothing. Like literally the US dollar is backed by Joe Biden's farts. And that's it. Whereas cryptocurrencies are generally backed by the blockchain technology behind them. I'll take the blockchain technology backed currency over Joe Biden fart currency any day. And also, as Robert Kiyosaki, if you haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I don't read a lot of books, but that book changed my life. And I do have links to it in descriptions of recent videos. Just a little Amazon affiliate link. If you haven't read that book, it's worth it to read that book. It will change the way you think. But I also like gold and silver and metals instead of government fart money. But here, man, I'll get you the affiliate link straight away right here, man. I'll give it, if you're gonna buy it anyways, you might as well just buy it from my affiliate link and support the Framework Fortune community. Because most of the money I make from YouTube goes back into advertising and marketing and paying John and H&H Trader and editors, and it all pretty much goes back into the channel. So... And we don't have any major sponsorships yet. We have one decent one, but they're on break for a little while. And to be honest, YouTube ad revenue is garbage. Garbage. So any little thing that can help support the community, that's why I have affiliate links for. Because if I am getting something from you guys, I want it to be in a fair exchange of value. I'm not just going to sell you courses or any of that nonsense. Anything I do, I hope has value for you guys. Oh, it's not in that video. Where the See, so far we still hold up that 50-day. So that candle didn't close where I was talking about. If it would have closed red, we would have seen a sell-off. But instead, it pushed up to the 20. So we're getting another curl up possibly if this can continue to run. But I would say on this candle, it's either going to push back above the 20 and keep the momentum up, or if it sells off and it cracks the 50, then this is going to be over with. We're at a pretty pivotal point here. It's been holding up for a while. Oh yeah, here you go. Huh. I cannot believe I've not put that in anymore. So apparently it's only on one. There you go. There's the link for Robert Kiyosaki's book. Yeah, you definitely gotta have patience when you're trading, but you really gotta have patience if you're doing like I'm doing and looking for bigger rips. But to be honest, it's not like here lately. A lot of times I'll be up in the green and then I keep holding and I end up taking a loss. So I really don't want to be doing this anymore. Besides Vino, I'm super bullish on Vino, so I'm swinging Vino. I don't really care what it does during the day unless it rips like this and I'm here to lock it in. But I wasn't here, so sad face. But I'm really starting to move away from holding stocks this long for day trades. If it wasn't for this PR, then I wouldn't be in it still. I'm going to start doing a little bit more scalping-ish. Because I'm going to be locking in profits quick when I got them. Kind of like H&H Trader does. Because trying to hold these all day can lead to some very big rips. But I'm spending a lot of time in one position right now. And if it doesn't come back up at this moment, I've wasted a lot of time, which to me, time is more valuable than the $2 or $3 I might lose on this trade, or $5, whatever. Because I don't like I can't sit here all day and watch stocks because I got editing and everything else to do. But it seems to be about a 50% win rate on these stocks where I hold this long. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, and that's just not good trading, honestly. It's not consistent. You see, it looks like we're about to crack here. Yeah. Let's look at the 15-minute. Whoa. Okay, there we go. No, we're still trying to hold that 20-day at the 15. But yeah, this is becoming a pretty much straight downtrend. It got hung up there again. Oh, yeah. What did you want? IAG? IAG for bubbles. Let me... Okay, first let me put it over here. IAG soup, about 450 million in float, so quite a big float there. 659. So I'm gonna put a stop loss in for this, so I can look at IAG before I get going. Because at this point, I'm gonna have to hold this a little bit longer unless it cracks here. If it cracks here, then I'll be out of it. 666. Let's see. I don't want to go that low. Whatever, I'll just put it at 649 for now, just in case it does drop. So IAG. I am gold. So this gold company is extremely oversold looking at the chart. But you can see when the last time it ripped, 2008. Housing market crash. Gold and silver rebounded the quickest out of that crash, and gold was very bullish for a while. So doesn't really matter so much about the company. Of course, you don't want a garbage company, so you'd want to look at their debt to assets and how many different mines they have and how much gold they think is left in those mines. Because if you get, like, a lot of times you can get one where they may be not even mining yet. So, but this company's been around for a while, so I would say and I just saw they were zooming. Yeah, right there, and they got 32 meters of some gold. Yeah, so they're good. But basically, you're going to have to watch gold. Well, and not even actually watching gold. What you're going to want to watch, because I like gold stocks. I'm bullish on gold and silver. Let me pull up TradingView. Oh, I've already got TradingView here. Oh, well, I don't know what would be the ticker. I don't know what the ticker is for UK stocks. I don't trade UK stocks. Yeah, you'll have to. I have no idea. I can't just put in IAG and get that to come up. I need to know it's going to be different in the U.S. what that ticker comes up as. It may not even come up as that IAG at all. It may be a whole different ticker. It could be in the OTC market in the American exchange. Yeah, sorry. If I could find it, then I would give you some analysis on it. But I have no idea what this could be. I thought you were talking about this gold company, which I like the gold company. Maybe look into it some. It's underbought. If gold rips up, definitely could get a move. All right, so looks like I'm going to be holding this. It's popped back above 675, trying to hold that support there. it's just kind of going sideways at the moment. Just some sideways consolidation. So we'll see what happens there. And then Vino's starting to pop back up a little bit. That's why I'm swinging Vino, because Vino is extremely low float. But on the daily chart, we've got the 20 just crossed the 50, the 20 just crossed the 100, and the 20 is almost up to the 200. The 20 crosses the 200. This guy is going to move in the next couple of days. The reason why everything pulled back, and I'll tell you guys exactly why. I'll show you why. Is because of the market. Yeah, silver, big drop off too. Because the market pulled back and cryptos pulled back, everybody got very, very nervous. This is the dollar. The dollar got this big pop. What am I on, the 4 hour? Let me go to the daily. So yeah, there you can see where the dollar got this big pop 3 days in a row. And that's when the market was crashing, and that's when crypto was crashing. So everybody was freaking out because of cryptos. They were freaking out because the stock market looking pretty bad, closing red Friday, and they went to cash. So that strengthened the dollar. Well, now that it's Monday and the stock market's holding up so far, people was like, oh, we need to get back in there. We messed up. They reacted out of fear. So, I mean, the dollar is still... Oh, it's the NASDAQ. Where am I at? Where we go? There we go. Yeah, so you can see there where the dollar had the pullback today now that the market's holding up. And let's pop over to cryptos and see how they're looking. MIR is up. Oh, that's nice. So cryptos have had a little push up since they dropped, where Bitcoin dropped to 31,000, it's up to 32,000. So I don't know. Cryptos is looking kind of rough now. Still not enough to be concerned until it cracks below this support line, Bitcoin at that 30,000. Then I'm not too concerned yet. I'm getting a little concerned, but we could easily see a rebound. But yeah, that's all it was. So a lot of people, I guess, saw this and thought the economy is getting stronger because the dollar's getting stronger. Absolutely fucking not. This was just this is just a fear. This is just people going and pulling all their money and putting it into cash because the Fed. Oh, that's another thing I got to look at. What the hell the Federal Reserve said. But let me go back on this chart. Let's go back to the weekly chart. You guys have seen me talk about this. That is the US dollar since 1986. It is in a big ass downtrend. That little pop was a very minuscule little pop. There is nothing about this chart that says the economy is recovering or the economy is getting better. This chart says the US dollar is going down the toilet and is going to continue to go down the toilet until it can break over this downtrend. So there's your downtrend on the US dollar, something like that. And even though it had that little pop, it's nowhere even close to the downtrend, and it's not even above any EMAs right now. There's nothing. Well, let's see, maybe a little bit. Yeah, so it came up to the 50, and last time it came up to 50, it just sold right back off again, and it's already started doing the same thing. So it's nonsense. That's pretty much all it was. Now, if the SPY continues to drop today, because the SPY is not looking great today. It's still not looking great. Where's the SPY? Right there. It had to run up this morning, but still kind of going sideways. It is getting a little bit wily right now, trying to break over 420, but it's still below that 20-day. but sideways movement. And look at this. This is even more concerning. Ooh, that's ugly. Look at the light volume on the SPY. This is the S&P 500, and this last candle here on the 15-minute was not even 1 million in volume. That one wasn't either. Interesting. Yeah, so you can see millions in volume back here. It's not normal for the SPY to have that light of volume. Yeah, there it had light volume too. Yeah, the SPY on these, looking at these days. So last week we had low volume on the SPY all day until power hour, power hour, power hour, power hour, power hour, a little bit at the beginning. And then today we had a very small amount at the beginning of the market, which is not normal. And just these candles, or these volume bars, are tiny. So there's a lot of indecision in the overall market right now. Yeah, I agree with you, Elvis. I do agree on that. I think because I just don't know how the Federal Reserve can do anything at this point. They've let inflation get too out of control. They're not telling us that, but they have. That's why oil is up to $74 a barrel, because there's not a shortage of oil. There's plenty of oil, but it costs more dollars because the dollars are worth less to buy the oil. So the oil goes up in price. Oh boy. What do we got here? Let's see. AEI still trying to hold that 50. This it's not looking good. It looks like AEI is going to sell off. It's trying to hold that 50. But it's not looking good. But let me read some of these stuff that the crazy feds have said today. Oh God, here we go. And I'm going to try to refrain from going off on a rant. Let me focus in here. Let me do a little meditation, a little breathing. Count to 10. Okay, I'm ready. So we got Yellen, Bluff, Powell, Gensler to attend meeting with Biden today. If you combine all four of their ages together, that's a lot. That's a lot. So, U.S. Chicago Fed, NIA, up a little bit for national activity, not very much. I don't care about that. Fed Kaplan says Dallas Fed still expects GDP growth of 6.5% in 21, and he expects employment rate to drop to 4% to 4.5%. That's what he expects. But, I expect different. And other people expect different. There's a lot of different expectations. So, honestly, that doesn't mean a thing. I mean, saying that he expects something to happen. I mean, they didn't expect COVID. So, how can they just expect that the growth is going to return like that? We're in a much stronger position with respect to reopen, and inflation has come along with it. No, that's a lie. Inflation doesn't come along with opening up the market or opening up everything. That's not the. It's not. This is the federal. Oh my God! See, this is why I didn't want to read this shit. That's not how inflation works at all. You're part of the Federal Reserve. You should know this. They do know this, but this is my point about all of this is they're full of shit. They say stuff and they can't do anything. But the reason there's inflation is because they've been nonstop printing money since 2008, and when COVID happened, they put the thing in hyperdrive, and it's been shooting out money insanely. So that's nothing to do with reopening. The inflation is because they've been printing money. Okay, so let's see. This Fed chair says he expects it to be 2.4% with risk to the upside. Well, I can tell you right now, inflation is already higher than 2.4%. Absolutely is higher than that. That's just nonsense. Tapering debate is open. I said that a couple of months ago. When they start talking about tapering, that's when the market is going to crash. And they talked about it last week, and we saw the start of some drops. And then right here, Bullard says, see, this doesn't even make any sense either. Low interest rate and low inflation rate era is not ending in. We don't have low inflation right now. Oh, then right after that, he says it would tolerate an overshoot on inflation. It looks like we're going to get it over. So right here, two different press releases. He contradicted himself. He said low inflation rate era is not ending anytime soon. And then he says it looks like we're going to get an overshoot on inflation. Which one is it? All right, I'm done with this. I'm not looking at this garbage anymore. Not doing it. See, that's the problem right there. These Federal Reserve monkeys, or whatever you want to call them, these government. Oh, I just got stopped out on AEI there. Yeah, so exactly what I thought, coming back down. So yeah, I'm not gonna hold. Even with this good PR holding this, I could have locked in profit, didn't, and it ended up being a loss. So I'm not holding anymore. I'm going to take my quick profits from now on, and, well, besides my swing trade on Vino. But Vino's a special case. But yeah, AEI dropping off there. That's what I was saying about that downtrend. If it doesn't break over the downtrend, it'll just keep riding right down it. And then everything is just, you can see right there, 50 days, or the price is below the 50-day. So it's done. A little $12 loss there. A little $8 loss on VIRI, which was a risky play. But I didn't go very heavy on it. So I was able to, $20 is not anything. I'm up $20 on VINO just about anyway. All it has to do is pop again at 750, and that loss is taken care of, so whatever. Let's see, what else did we get? That scanner. Don't look pretty. MOXC, boy, that ripped hard. Nothing there. RLS, just getting a little pop. Figs, GBR, that's getting a nice little pop. I think I was talking about GBR the week before last, maybe. I remember GBR coming up. All right, so nothing else really going on. Just a few slow movers moving up. SPY is pushing up. It's trying to push above that 20-day. So, like I said, if this is the case, if the SPY is coming back alive, which this could be a bull trap. Very easily could be a bull trap. But if it can get back over the 20-day, we could see the stock market continue to rise again until, I don't know, the Fed say more stupid stuff again. Or something. Anything could pop this bubble at this point. If another variant strain of COVID comes out, that could pop this bubble. It's all a big bubble. Sicilian Elvis is just talking about precious metals in general. That's what I was talking about earlier, who trades mainly precious metals and oil stocks. But there's plenty of precious metal stocks out there. I'll really say I'll do a top 5, maybe a top 10 video here on my picks for precious metals stocks. So I definitely have some that I like. I could probably name 5 of them off the top of my head, but I'll do a video on that this week. That'll be a good video. I like doing those top 5 stock lists because I get to do research. So I'm out of AEI. Yeah, I'm pretty much done today. So, appreciate everybody joining me as always. We will be back tomorrow morning. I'm pretty sure on time if nothing crazy happens for some more live trading. And then tonight we'll have the last rip episode come out to recap the rest of the stock market and how my Vino trade looks. And then if you're into cryptos, make sure you go check out the Framework Fortune Crypto channel and go sign up for those giveaways, because tonight is the last night to be signed up before we announce the winners tomorrow. But yeah, appreciate everybody joining me. Y'all stay safe out there. Until next time.